Okay, I think we are live, but let me just do some checks before we jump in. There sometimes is a little bit of a delay, and I normally have to check the tech. Okay, all right. Okay, yes, we are live. I just checked one source on Facebook and I see it there. Let me refresh my screen in yet another window, and then we will get started. Bear with me. Okay, great. So I can see us in two windows. All right, so welcome to this live stream. I'm Stephanie Treasure, online marketing strategist and business mentor and host of the Next Level Visibility Challenge, a 5-day experience to support you to create expert status that attracts more of your ideal clients and gets the attention of your industry peers as well. And this is an extra segment of the challenge that we're doing this week, where I announced yesterday and promised you that I would have a special guest in an additional live stream in addition to our training. And as you can see from this caption, this guest is a previous client of mine. So we have here with us today my previous client, Yvonne Marimo. Hey there, Yvonne. Thank you so much and welcome to this live stream.
Hi, Stephanie. Thank you for inviting me. It's a pleasure to be here.
Awesome, awesome. Now, you should know that Yvonne is a previous client from my Visibility, Impact, and Profit Accelerator, which is now the Visibility, Impact, and Profit Academy, which you may have heard of me speaking of over the past couple of days. And I'm going to be sharing more about that program in the days to come. And she joined me to get more visible, attract more of her ideal clients, and make her business more profitable. And I thought I just asked her a couple of days, and thank you so much, Yvonne, for saying yes to the call, because I didn't really give you that much notice, but I knew I needed to have you on here because over the past, you correct me if I'm wrong, but I would say over the past 30 days or so, if not more, you have endeavored on what is a personal challenge I can see, but you can tell us more about that. But I'm sure it's also helping your business. You endeavored upon this challenge to do more live streams and really get, insanely or massively visible. And I'd like to talk about that. I'd like to talk about why you worked with me. We just did the math before our call today, and I believe we nailed down the time frame to about 2021 that we worked together. And so I'd like to talk about what your experience was like working with me, as well as some wins and traction that you're experiencing right now from your efforts. So we're going to be covering that in throughout our little interview today. So I would first like to ask you, Yvonne, to share with us, in your own words, a little bit, have the audience get acquainted with you by sharing with us what you do and, the people that you're working with.
Okay. Thank you, Stephanie. So my name is Yvonne Marimo, and I am a service provider. I run a business in the health and social care sector. In addition to that, I do coaching. I coach people who want to start businesses in this specific sector that I work in. So I do coaching and mentoring and help them to set up and get up and starting their own businesses using the model that I use. So I'm doing sort of a bit of both, really, running my own business as well as coaching others to get into business. Okay. And I'm based in Hampshire, England.
Yes. So you would have heard the accent as well. Okay, thank you so much for sharing that. So I want to kind of step back before we come to present, okay? Excuse me. So share with me what life was like, or more to the point, what business was like before we started working together, and what kind of led you to start to work with me in the Visibility, Impact, and Profit Accelerator program.
So, sometimes life happens. You sort of keep putting off your goals and your dreams. And I am an ideas person, there's so many things that I wanted to do, so much that they actually overwhelmed me. But also, because life happens, you kind of keep putting off doing the things that you want to do. And then you also as time goes on, you think, oh my goodness, I cannot do this. It's difficult. You sort of give up in a way, but there's always that voice inside of you, that nagging feeling that, tells you that you can do this, you can do that. But then you don't know how to bring it all together. You don't know how to start. You don't know how to do it, basically. So I was in a kind of a messy world, really, all over the place, not knowing how I could harness all my years uh, of experience, of expertise, and package it into something that I could give birth to and bring to the world until I met you.
Awesome, awesome. So with knowing where you were coming from and kind of where you were and what you're, like you said, you have all these things that you want to accomplish. Why did you specifically decide to work with me?
Okay, so there was a missing piece in the puzzle. One of the things, it was obvious that, everything is now on social media. And I wasn't visible on social media. I wasn't strong in marketing skills. And then I came across you. I started following you, just, learning from you. And I thought, wow, sounds like something that could fill that gap that is missing in what I'm trying to do. That's how I got connected to you, and then I decided to sign up for the VIP program.
Nice, nice, nice. So, what would you say were some of the highlights or poignant breakthroughs and transformations that you experienced from working in that program?
Quite a lot, really. I think you are somebody who has the ability to um, provide what could be complicated ideas into simple, relatable ideas for somebody who doesn't sort of come from marketing side of things, and also somebody who's not tech savvy. So you provided us with a blueprint, if you like, of what we needed to do, how we could package our ideas and put them out into the world. So I really enjoyed that. And also you kind of built into us the confidence that we needed to be visible, which is a key part of that attracted me to your program.
Okay, okay. Thank you so much for sharing that. And I want to have persons realize what's happening for you right now in terms of this endeavor that I alluded to. I let you share it in your own words. What you're doing right now in terms of, when you started this journey of doing your daily live streams, what was your intention behind them, and what are some of the wins that you have experienced from that?
Okay, so one of the things that I was resisting, going live, I just was so terrified, to be honest with you. And obviously going through your program helped me a lot. And then one day I just sort of said to myself, look, I'm going to do it. So I started off with doing what I called conversation starters. And these were little sort of snippets of that conversations that were sort of educational, but I was doing that in a minute, and I posted those on Instagram, on TikTok, and on Facebook, because I recognize that a lot of people don't have time, but also it was kind of a strategy for me to kind of ease myself into the visibility space, if you like. So they were short, but they were very educational, and they were very thought-provoking, and I began to see a lot of traction, a lot of people coming on board, commenting and asking questions and engaging. And so I got even more and more motivated and more excited. So that's what I've been doing, and it has really helped me. And the more I kept doing those conversation starters, the more I grew in confidence. And also some of the wins that my page, I had to convert my group into a business page, which really blew up in terms of numbers, and also Facebook recognized me as a rising content creator. I couldn't believe it.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Awesome.
I couldn't believe it. And it was because I was being consistent in what I was doing, and it really paid off. And also out of that, I did manage to get people who started asking me about what I do, how I can help them. So I got some clients out of that as well. So, I'm grateful that I was able to pass to do your program, and then I implemented it, and it has gotten me results. And well, the rest is history, as they say.
Mm. Yes, yes, yes. I want to kind of break down some of what you're saying, because my mind is turning, because I'm seeing lessons in here, lessons that I've been talking about since the challenge started, that is really related to what you're doing now and what we do
Yeah.
in the Visibility Impact and Profit Academy, that is now called program, which is a 12-month program now. So you mentioned that you had issues around going live. And I remember even when we were in the program, and I mentioned that, oh, you can do some live streams, you can do this, and, giving you ideas for your content. I know that you were kind of, shying away from the videos part. You did your Instagram posts and, did your selfies, and you always look so beautiful with the wraps that you wear and the scarves, etc. I believe that you look beautiful when you put yourself out like that, but you weren't quite possibly not ready, or still feeling some anxiety around doing the live streams and videos. And what I'm hearing in terms of that confidence piece, because it seemed like you had probably lacking the confidence to show up on live streams and put yourself out there, which held you back, because it can be crippling. But you eased into it. And, I think I watched quite a few of your live streams, and every time that I did, as you can see, I commented on it. And honestly, I think you probably didn't share for more than maybe 2 or 3 minutes, but they were powerful. I mean, you're calling
Yeah.
them conversation starters, but I
Yeah.
honestly, you packed, I feel like it was more than that. More in terms of the value, but the time frame, you kept it manageable, doable. Any of us can, stand in a crowded room of people that we don't know and, say something for maybe 1 or 2 minutes and then sit back down and don't say anything again. And so that's kind of what you were doing. Let me just, really quickly, I'm just going to do this live stream and get off there. And, if they like it, whatever. If they don't, whatever. But you did that, and then you kept at it until your confidence started to grow more and more and more. And I tell people that my early videos, and dating myself here, I started going on, camera for business before live streams existed. So this was just YouTube videos. And I would do like maybe 4 or 5 takes of a video to get it perfect, which even when I did finally upload, the final one, I didn't think it was perfect, and I stumbled over words. I still stumble over words. But I give myself grace. I forgive myself for it because I'm not perfect. I'm not a news anchor. And I think people will relate to me more if I just show up as I am, where I am, in the best that I can, and just give the value that I came here to give. Okay. So I hear you with a confidence piece. And that was right out of, folks, if you're watching me, that's straight from day number one, the day number one exercise, when we spoke about a mindset exercise to boost your confidence. The other way is to, as they say, the saying goes, the best way through it is to do it. And so you just didn't wait for didn't stand on ceremony, you just did it. Okay. And then I love the fact that you are now seeing what consistency can do. Where you kept showing up, you kept at it, you kept giving value, you kept it short and comfortable for you. And from that, based on the traction that you've gained, you're getting inquiries as to what you do, and you're able to turn those inquiries into clients. And sometimes that's what it takes. Not sometimes, it does take that consistency in however you try to do it, whether you want to just stay on TikTok and just do your videos on TikTok, or you do some videos on YouTube, or you say you want to do 30 days of posts every day. Whatever you're going to do, commit to it and do it, and kind of detach from the outcome, and you'll see the traction start to develop. And I think that's what you are experiencing, having shown up consistently, which another little fun fact here is that the more you post, and the more your people will see your posts, even those that hadn't seen your posts in months. And the more people interact on those posts, the more other people will see those posts, which boosts you up in the algorithms, have people see you more often. And, as you said, you got to a point where Facebook even recognized that by kind of changing your status and how you appear on Facebook as a rising content creator,
Yeah.
So it was it's powerful, because I know that even many times, if not every day that I saw your live stream, I commented on it. And that allows it to be seen by more people, and gives you more traction, gives you more reach. And that allowed you to get more views, get more interaction, get more engagement, pique people's curiosity, especially when you're up with makeup all done, because I think you did it your early morning. I mean, I would see it in my late morning or afternoon or evening, but I think you were doing it in the morning, so I could tell that you were fresh. You were ready for the day, your makeup is all done, and it was just it was beautiful.
Yes. And the beauty of what we have in technology, Stephanie, is that you only have to post on one platform and then you populate it to other platforms. So I didn't have to do one platform and then go and do the other, So that's the beauty of the technology that we have today. It is just so amazing. And as you mentioned, so the more I posted, the more the algorithm pushed my posts up and recommended my posts to other people. And that's why I got a lot of people joining my page and being curious, wanting to know more about me and more about what I do. And also being invited to participate, in other people's conversations as well. So yeah, it's really been quite exciting, to be honest with you. It just feels like, like when you do those exercises where you break that brick, and you feel free and you think, oh my God, why didn't I do this before? This is something that I should have been doing. It becomes easier the more you do it.
Yes. And that reminds me of a quote, which I'm going to paraphrase, coming from Think and Grow Rich. I believe there's a quote where Napoleon Hill says, when you get to that point where you get to, that the peak of success, or you get that breakthrough, the floodgates open and brings even more to you. And then you look back and wonder that where success was hiding all those lean years. And I
Yes.
feel like you are seeing some momentum, you're seeing success. I mean, if we talk about it, you've gotten visible, insanely visible.
Yes.
You are being seen as an expert. You've gotten leads, you've gotten clients, you've gotten more speaking engagements, which will start the circle all over again, because when you get more speaking engagements, you get more leads, you get more increase, you get more clients. And
Yeah.
you're riding a momentum and seeing some wins and a wave that, as you said, makes you realize, why didn't I pull the trigger on this before? What took me so long to get here? But everything is
Yes.
time, I guess.
Yes. Yes. I don't know, looking back, I just think I should have done this much earlier. But as you say, everything happens at the right time. It doesn't
Yeah.
matter. But looking back, I can see that when you were talking about it, when you were teaching us at that time, it really felt like something that was not achievable at all. You
Mm,
know, at that time, I think also a lot of us, we struggle. It's all in the mind. We start to find reasons why we cannot do it, and we make excuses. And then if you are passionate about something, and if you really want something to happen, one day it's just boom, you do it,
yeah.
and it explodes. And that's what happened to me,
Yeah.
so
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
And
It's
I think also, go ahead, sorry.
No, I was going to say that, so it's the seed that you planted back then, the ideas, the strategies that you shared with us,
Yes.
they helped me a lot, because,
Mm,
I kept going back to read some of the notes, and remembering some of the information that you shared.
yes.
And I thought, oh yeah, this makes sense. And and and, and I just made it happen, and
Mm.
it's happening now.
Wonderful, wonderful. And I was going to add that, and I see this too in my investments, when you put your energy and your time into, developing yourself, developing your business, as you did when you invested in the Visibility, Impact, and Profit Accelerator, it can pay dividends in the program, but it continues to pay dividends for years to come. And so I too, just like you, go back to notes from programs that I did years ago, implement, there's things that are a part of my business and a part of my SOPs that I'm doing right now that I learned years ago. And so my investment continues to pay off. And I'm
Yeah.
seeing that now, that while you were, again, experiencing some shy and some pullback from executing some of the visibility strategies, because I know you did take action during the program, but maybe some of them you kind of held yourself back from implementing then. You didn't forget it. You still have your notes. You went back to it and you went at it this time. And now you're seeing the dividends pay off. Now you're seeing rewards. You're continuing to see rewards. Even back then, as we said the date was around 2021, the year that you did the program. And here we are 2 years later, and you're experiencing this marvelous momentum and wins in present day.
Yeah. And the thing is, Stephanie, sometimes we always think that we're not ready, but then you can never be ready. You oh oh no.
Are you there? Are you there?
Oh, I don't know what's happened. Yeah,
I
yeah, I'm
I'm
here.
hearing
Oh,
you.
yes, okay. Yeah, yeah, I can see you now. Yeah. So
Okay.
you are never quite ready. Yeah, we've had a bad weather here in England, and I can see a notice saying my internet is unstable. So maybe that's
Oh,
why we got that interruption. Yeah. So I was saying that a lot of the time the excuses that we make is that we are never ready. It's this thing of wanting to be perfect. But
indeed.
in hindsight, you realize that there is no such thing as perfection. It's better to just do it and learn as you go along. And
Mm,
and like you said earlier on, initially when I started this conversation starters, I did several takes before I posted it. But as time went on, I could just do it once or twice and just let it go.
yes,
And even
yes.
if there were mistakes in there, the people watching don't actually notice or they don't even care, because it's part of normal conversations or normal actions, if you like. But the key is to get started. It's just to do it.
Yes, yes, yes. So true, so true. And like I said, that was my story before live streams became a thing, where I would do all these takes, hoping to get it just right. And I would look for different rooms in the house, where can I do it today? Where is the best?
Yeah.
What can I do to make it look like more like a TV studio and all these things? And
Yeah.
here we are. You did mention that you're not happy with your lighting, but I think it's just fine. I'm seeing you okay. I'm hearing you, most importantly, okay. And we're able to share your wonderful story with those listening. So, all is well, it's all good. I know that we are, this is landing with some of the persons who's taking the challenge, and they're getting value and inspiration from this. So I want to kind of put you on the spot, maybe a little bit, if you will, if you'd call it that. Just for fun, if you had to describe me as a mentor in 3 words, what would you use?
I would say the first word would be expert, because you are an expert in what you do. You are knowledgeable. Come on, you got an MBA. You can't beat that.
Thank you.
And you are very focused. And so, yeah, I would say those 3 words and more. Of course, you're very passionate about what you do. But yeah, indeed, expert, knowledgeable, and focused.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. So for those that are watching this live stream, those that have been taking part in the challenge, those that are listening and kind of hearing about the program, although I haven't done the big reveal yet, but if they were considering working with me, whether they knew about the Visibility Impact and Profit Academy or otherwise, what advice would you give to someone who is trying to decide or who is considering working with me?
I would say go for it. And, the good thing with working with you, Stephanie, was that at the end of the program, you just don't let your clients go. You're always there. I mean, when I've been going live, you've been there supporting me, encouraging me. I've had some technical problems and you jump in and you say,
Yes.
oh, do it this way, do it that way. I mean, what else? I mean, who would you want to work with who, apart from somebody who is there to nurture you and support you all the way, even after the program is over. So, I mean, that's no brainer. You know, that's the kind of teacher that I would want. That's the kind of coach that I would want to work with. Somebody who will always be there with, for me, somebody I can call on, when I'm struggling with something. Yes, and also just the content of the program itself, it's way beyond the investment that you put in. So it's really worth it, honestly.
Mm, thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you for chiming in and giving me that feedback, and as well as those that are listening to this live stream, this probably the replay by now. So share with us. I want for our persons to, we already shared what you do. If you can repeat the kind of work that you do, the people that you work with, and you can share the platforms where they can follow you and be inspired by you and see the lovely, vibrant live streams that I've been admiring and getting value from over these past few weeks. And if you want to share too, because I noticed that you've kind of added now to your conversations, or added to the kind of content you're putting out, what can we expect going forward once we follow you?
Well, I'm on Facebook under my name, which is Yvonne Marimo, which is spelled Marimo. And my business name is Umuzi, spelled Umuzi. So it's www.umuzi.co.uk. I'm also on TikTok and the Awakened Woman, because I've gone through an awakening, if you like. So those are the places that people can find me. And as for what is coming, I think it'll be more lives. Definitely, I've really enjoyed it. I've loved it. I am now getting sort of the knack for doing it. Yeah, so there's more of live streams that are going to be coming along.
And some interviews, I believe, too, because I know you've done solo live streams, as well as you've had some guests that have joined you to speak about different topics, correct?
Yes. Well, October in England is Black History Month. So,
okay.
Yes, so the whole of month there are a lot of activities. So I was invited to speak in other platforms, about issues around the Black community, but also I featured a series on migration journeys for people from the African and Caribbean backgrounds, just really inviting them on the Facebook to share their journeys of migration and how they are contributing to the place they now call home, which is the United Kingdom. So raising awareness about what they do, but also talking about the positive contributions that they make to British society, and highlighting that diversity is actually a strength, and it's something that we all must embrace.
Indeed. Yes, I have seen a couple of those interviews, the ones that you've had on your platform, and found them quite informative. And yes, I did come on to help you with the tech issues of one of them. I remember I was eating lunch that day and I was watching you from the phone, and I saw you having trouble. I was like, no, I can see you. So I wanted to come on and let you know that all was well with the live stream, because I think you were having some difficulties from the phone. And I think you were bringing somebody on and you weren't quite sure if that was working, so you brought me on.
Yes. And this is the thing, what I'm finding is the Facebook of 2 years ago, it's not the same. All these platforms are changing all the time. So we keep up, and this is why we need to be working with coaches like yourself and others, who know how to navigate these systems, because they're changing all the time, and it is moving rapidly. So you need to keep on top. And this is why actually taking action and being visible and doing it will give you an advantage going forward, because then you will keep with the changes and you'll be confident in actually presenting yourself.
Indeed. Thank you. So I will share the links. I'm going to ask you to send me those so that I can share your links with this live stream, because I'd like for persons to know where you are and for you to be credited for lending us your time and sharing your experience here. So you can send that to me so that folks, you can follow her and see what she's up to. And I thank you again for your candid feedback about working with me. working in the Visibility, Impact, and Profit Accelerator then, in the called Academy now, and the wins that you've experienced. We applaud you for that. Bravo. And I look forward to more, even more to come. So thanks again. And thank you for joining us on this live stream. And I will see you soon.
Thank you for having me. Thank you and all the best. Bye.
You are welcome.